say?
Godzilla, what gives? Kong is literally the last of his kind. Stop trying to spread lies like that.
Yeah, because if you're joking right now, that's not necessarily a good thing to be joking about.
I'm not lying, nor am I joking. Kong is not the last of his kind. Down there, where I just came from, lives another member of his species. I'm sorry I had to keep this hidden from you guys. Especially from you, Kong. Bring me to him. Right now. Alright, we're here. First, let me turn on some lights. Much better.
Great, you're back already, and you brought some friends? Why, so you can gang up on me?
No, Skar King. I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine. Kong. Wait. What?
I don't believe it. Another member of my own species.
I could say the same thing right about now.
Wait, where'd you come from? How'd you survive for so long and yet you're in still pristine shape?
I'm from Skull Island. I thought I was the last of my kind ever since the Skull Crawlers wiped out my entire family.
You're from Skull Island? Huh. Always wondered what happened to them.
Wait, you know about them?
Yes, I was their leader. Your ancestors came from the Hollow Earth.
You're the leader of my own kind?
Should we let these two catch up, Godzilla?
You know what? I owe Kong this moment. If anyone can change Skar King, it's him.
I'm going back to the house. I'm already getting tired. See you guys later.
See ya, Skullcrawler.
Indeed I was. But I'm guessing you don't know the history of your species, do you?
No, I don't. All I know is that my parents got killed by skull crawlers and little bits of information from Godzilla here and there.
Well, it's time you actually know what actually happened to me and the rest of your kind.
Please. Please do.
Millions of years ago, presumably before your time, there was a massive war between Godzilla's kind and our kind within the Hollow Earth. I was the leader of their kind and led them right into war. We were strong for what we were, and would have won if it wasn't for Godzilla himself. He nearly killed off our entire army, and there was a huge portion of them that fled to Skull Island, never to be seen again. I, on the other hand, I was imprisoned here by Godzilla and never was allowed back up to the surface again. I thought everyone else had died, but I guess not.
So wait. It was Godzilla who forced the rest of our kind to retreat to Skull Island and imprisoned you? How could he do such a thing?
Because he's ruthless. He killed my best men right in front of me. He killed our young with the slice of his tail. Those poor juveniles and newborns didn't stand a chance. We were forced to look back and witness him kill everyone one by one. Then he got to me, where he took me here instead of killing me so I could suffer. I used to be one of the biggest members of my species. Now look at me. I'm scrawny, weak. I haven't had food in years, only feeding on the radiation that's down here. See this spine I used as a whip right around my chest? This is from the warbat that used to live here.
Godzilla did all of this.
Yes, he did. He's not the same person he says he is. He is one responsible for the death of your parents. Sure, the Skullcrawlers killed them, but it was Godzilla who made them retreat to Skull Island. Now look at you. You're best friends with that very same kaiju? That doesn't sound correct at all, does it? It's your destiny, Kong. You are the last descendant of those who died at Godzilla's hands. Help me, and I will help you. kill him and win the war that we nearly lost.
He deserves to pay for what he's done. He costed us everything. He is the reason why you're like this, and the reason why I'm like this. If it wasn't for him, my mom and my dad could be alive by now.
Good. Now, what are you going to do with that information?
I'm going up there, and I am going to kill Godzilla.
Grow up there, my minion.
So, if I may ask, what made you decide to go skinnier?
Well, after Gigantis and Darth Pig attacked, I started to agree with people saying that I was fat, so I spent the next few years slimming down.
Sounds about fair.
Ugh.
Kong, what gives?
You killed my family, you traitor! Kong? What are you talking about? It was you that sent my kind to Skull Island. It was you that imprisoned Skar King. It was you that killed his men and his young right in front of him. And I'm going to hang you by the throat of a Rodan's volcano. Ugh. How do you like that, huh? Just a fraction of the pain my family felt.
Kong, get off of him!
Oh, what's this? You want to defend him? How about this, Red?
Duh.
Now, you will pay for what you did to our people! It's one thing for you to be mad when you're not even seeing the whole picture, but hurting my best friend like that? Oh, you've done it now, monkey. I've seen the whole picture. I know everything. Skar told me everything I need to know. And now you're going to feel the most pain you've ever felt in your entire life. My arm. I offered you peace, a new home, a family, and friendship. And this is how you repay us? By turning against us? By an ape you just met? I would have done all this a long time ago if it wasn't for Space Godzilla. You of all people should have known that how we as a species felt when we were getting slaughtered by the skull crawlers to near extinction, and you didn't even bother to help us. And we were both past that. We literally settled our differences after the matter and became brothers. I wish things were different, Kong, but this is what it is. Stop doing what you're doing and let me explain what actually happened. You killed my kind. You killed my ancestors and their young. You imprisoned Skar King for millions of years in a pitch-black void. You made the remaining members of my species retreat to Skull Island where they'd later meet their fate at the hands of skull crawlers. And you kept it all a secret from me this whole time. What could you possibly do to even justify all of this? Because I had to. As crazy as it sounds, it's what your ancestors were doing to my kind that forced me to do what I did. Because my species was at the top of the kaiju food chain. They found my people useful in weapons made of their body parts, flesh and radiation used for food and resources, and enslaved us for war against other innocent titans, ones that didn't deserve in the slightest. Skar King was their leader, doing them to do all this. He's a clever manipulator, and he promised those apes great power and domination over the world, both in the Hollow Earth and on the surface. So when I saw what they were doing to my kind, I had no choice but to start killing everyone. And that included their children who were one day going to grow up just like them if I didn't do anything. I imprisoned Skar King to make him suffer for what he did, but I also believed that he could change his ways and use the powers for good in the future. But judging from what happened today, that clearly didn't work. So that's why I found so much use in the axe I made using Gojira's body parts. Exactly, but the difference is, you used it for good. You've used it against every enemy we faced since. I really wish I didn't have to kill those other apes, but I had no choice in order to defend myself, my kind, and the world's other kaijus from being breached. I'm so sorry, Kong. And I know that doesn't excuse what I did to your kind. But I at least want you to know why I did it in the first place.
Looks like you finally know the truth.
Skar King? You lied about all of this?
Oh, I didn't lie about anything. I just told you what our kind went through and why he should be allowed to exist.
But we enslaved his kind. We were going to do it to everyone else.
So, think about it. We could have become the world's most powerful species in the world, but thanks to your big scaly lizard friend, all that has went down the drain.
Speak for yourself, Skar King. This isn't the ancient times anymore. This is the new age, and we aren't going to let some power-hungry being like you just take over the world just for the sake of it, especially not with my friends and family around.
Speak for yourself, chump. Because once my plan for world domination is finished, you're gonna be begging on your hands and knees, all bloodied up and bruised and beaten to near death, right at my throne, wishing you had joined me.
What the? He can teleport?
Wait, you're just figuring this out now?
He was just an ape bloodlusted for power. I didn't think he actually had any special abilities.
You know, Godzilla, if I may ask, when we went down into that Hollow Earth portal, it didn't seem to go very deep, and it just looked more like an underground cave. How much energy was even in there?
It's because it's not a Hollow Earth portal. That is, or was, a time rift.
You've got a lot of explaining to do to us.